Hey guys, I'm Jackie and I am here with our beloved friend, Shauna Niequist. And so, Shauna, we just have a couple questions so we can get to know you a little better.
Great.
What is your favorite way to celebrate?
My favorite way to celebrate is around the table. I would have a dinner party every other night if I could.
That's awesome. And when is a moment in your life when you have felt the most celebrated?
I think when our son Mac was born, it had been like a really difficult journey of miscarriages and infertility, and I'd had a really difficult pregnancy, and there were a couple complications, and so there was so much leading up to his birth. When he was born, healthy and whole and perfect, I feel like our whole community just surrounded us with kindness and cake and sleepers, and it was like one of the sweetest, purest seasons of celebration of my whole life. I will never forget how kind of connected and loved I felt in that season.
Good. What is one thing maybe that you do on a weekly basis that helps you feel most like yourself?
Well, I think this probably is going to sound crazy, but our small group gathers every week around our table, and I cook dinner. And to be honest, they're like a little bit uncomfortable with it. Like, we can rotate, we can get takeout. It doesn't have to be you all the time. Like, they're not like forcing me. And we've actually tried that. We've rotated around and we've gotten takeout and stuff. And I finally came back to them and I said, if you don't mind indulging me, I really love this. Like, the couple hours I spend in advance of their coming, setting the table, chopping, it's really like two of the most deeply pleasurable hours of my week. And I have this whole little routine, and when I set the table, I pray for each person, and I pray for them while I'm cooking. It really is like, when I don't do it, if I'm out of town that week, I really miss it. I have like an actual craving to be in the kitchen, chopping, mixing. It's like my happiest place.
That's fantastic. So what is like the absolute best celebration you've ever been a part of?
Oh, the best celebration I've ever been a part of. I was just talking about this with a friend. We had some friends get married, and it was one of those stories where it was not the first marriage for either of them. They had both been through a lot of heartache. They both believed they'd never marry again. And then life and God and love surprised them. And there was such a deep sense of holiness at that wedding that this was way more than just like, hey, it's so cool, you beautiful 22-year-olds found each other. It was like, no, you two had given up on this being a possibility for your future. And now I'm watching God rebuild a dream that you had let die. It was so beautiful, and it felt, everyone it was outdoors, and everyone felt like, oh, this is a different kind of celebration. And I think that's the thing. There are things that are just like fun to celebrate. 4th of July is fun, and new babies are fun, or whatever. But then there are some situations where you kind of have to fight for something. That makes a really deep sense of celebration. I think those are really valuable.
Oh, yeah. Well, celebrations of all kinds. If you were to pick, the thing that you would celebrate today.
What's something that I would celebrate today?
Yeah, just one thing, the one thing you'd celebrate today.
Well, I wish it was that my 3-year-old is potty trained. It's not. He's just not even. Every day I say, today on the potty, and he says, no, maybe tomorrow. Great.
Okay.
So I hope if you get back to me next month, maybe I'll have something different to report. My little brother, who I just adore, had this amazing, exciting job, but it meant he lived out of the country for a couple years.
Yeah.
And we were so proud of him, and we just absolutely loved that he was doing work that he was so well suited for. But then he wanted to be closer to family, and he came home this year. And we live in the same neighborhood, and he's an amazing uncle to our boys. And so we were just over New Year's kind of thinking through God's greatest blessings in our family. And one of the greatest blessings in my life this year is that my brother, my only sibling, my very dear friend, is home again with us. And that's totally worth celebrating.
That is 100% worth celebrating. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.